From luxury vacations around the world to a side of him most fans never expected. This is the private lifestyle of Puka Nacua. Hit the intro.
Stafford, Nacua's the target! Oh! Fake, looking, watching. It is. Oh, did he stay in? How on earth did he catch that and stay in bounds?
Before we get into his personal life, let's quickly start things off with his background. Puka Nacua was born in Provo, Utah on May 29, 2001. His mom gave him the nickname Puka at a young age, which means chubby in Samoan. Football was never a question in his household. He comes from a massive Polynesian family, where toughness and competition were baked into everyday life. His father, Lionel Nacua, played college football, and his older brothers all competed at the Division I level. From an early age, Puka developed a reputation as the kid who didn't shy away from contact. He wasn't the flashiest player on the field, but he was always the one finishing plays. He attended Orem High School in Utah, where he quickly became known as a do-everything athlete. Wide receiver, safety, special teams, it didn't matter. If the team needed something physical done, Puka was the one doing it. By the time he graduated, he was a highly productive but under-the-radar prospect. And that's where things started to get complicated. Let's briefly go over his early career. Puka committed to the University of Washington, entering a crowded wide receiver room. But injuries quickly became an issue, and over 2 seasons, he struggled to stay on the field. After the 2021 season, Puka made a move that changed everything. He transferred to Brigham Young University. At BYU, his role expanded immediately. He became the offense's most physical target, thriving over the middle, breaking tackles, and showing a level of toughness that jumped off the tape.
Up into the end zone! He holds on! What an unbelievable catch by Puka Nacua!
Across 2 seasons, he produced when healthy, but durability concerns followed him into the draft process. When draft weekend arrived, Puka wasn't viewed as a lock, and once again, he waited. In the 5th round, the LA Rams selected him with the 177th overall pick.
I think you're going to be a great fit. You'll be able to learn from one of the best in Cooper Cup, and congratulations.
Now let's talk about the clips that turned him into a viral sensation. He arrived in Los Angeles as a depth piece. Within weeks, he was rewriting the rookie record books.
4th down and 4. Stafford throws. Nacua to the end zone. Rams win his first NFL touchdown.
He broke the NFL rookie record for receptions and finished the season with over 1,400 receiving yards, one of the most productive rookie campaigns the league had ever seen.
Another goal accomplished. He's got the catch record and the yards record.
Then, in his first career playoff game, he did this.
And Stafford and Trey Nacua, who's open down the sideline, finishes the run with a touchdown.
The 2024 season didn't start smoothly. A PCL strain placed him on injured reserve. But in week 15, he channeled his inner David Tyree.
Let me just use your helmet as I get slammed to the ground on my back.
But in 2025, Puka took over the league. In week 16, he had the greatest game in NFL history. 12 catches, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And in the final game of the regular season, he one-upped himself.
On 4th down, Stafford, end zone, Nacua, touchdown!
But what we really want to know is how the dude spends his cash. After signing his rookie contract, he picked up this brand new Hyundai Palisade. But the more meaningful purchase came shortly after. On Mother's Day, Puka dropped another $59,000 buying his mom a Palisade as well.
I haven't had a new car since Dad bought me a car.
But what's a good set of wheels without a nice garage to park them in? Well, Puka doesn't know. That's because he admitted he can't afford to buy a home in LA.
I'm still renting out here.
Seriously?
I haven't got paid. I'm still waiting.
However, he doesn't mind dropping some serious change on his shoes. He went shopping with Kulik, spending $5,700 on just one trip. And the sneaker shopping wasn't the end of it. Shortly after, Puka took things to another level. He purchased a one-of-one custom cleat case designed by jeweler Mo Diamonds. The case features a black crocodile-textured exterior and gold hardware built specifically to display his game day cleats. The price? 10 grand. Completing his look is a gold Rolex day date. And now for a little peek into his personal life. And trust me, it's not what you think. At the center of it all is Hallie Iono, who's been with him long before the NFL spotlight, dating back to his BYU days. She's a former college athlete herself, a competitive volleyball player, which shows in how naturally she fits into his world of training, discipline, and high-level sports culture. Now she describes herself as a content creator. The two got married in 2024, right as Puka's NFL career was taking off, locking in their relationship during the most chaotic rise of his life. Since then, Hallie has been a constant presence, showing up at games, big moments, and events as Puka's profile continues to explode. But in 2025, everything changed. In October, Puka and Hallie Iono welcomed their son Kingston. Months earlier, while pregnant, Hallie filed court documents asking a judge to formally establish Nacua as the father, requesting joint legal custody but full physical custody for herself. In his response, Nacua acknowledged paternity while also requesting genetic testing to determine whether he was the father. And when it comes to Puka's inner circle, one name stands out immediately. Fred Warner is one of Puka's closest friends in real life, a bond that goes back to their childhood long before the NFL. Now they face off on opposite sides of the Rams-49ers rivalry and have even appeared in commercials together. He's also become extremely close with teammates Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp. But the most unlikely friendship of all might surprise you. Puka has a long-standing relationship with Dana White, dating back to childhood after Puka played Pop Warner football with White's son.
I know how to call Uncle Dana.
Earlier, we mentioned that Puka comes from an athletic family, but it's definitely wilder than you think. His older brother, Samson Nacua, currently plays wide receiver for the Michigan Panthers in the UFL. Samson went undrafted, but spent time with the Colts before continuing his professional career.
Cole fires. Nacua hangs onto it.
Another older brother, Kai Nacua, also reached the NFL, appearing in 21 games with the Cleveland Browns and San Francisco 49ers. Most recently, Kai joined Samson on the Michigan Panthers, lining up on defense as a safety. But in December of 2025, the strangest thing happened. Puka's older brother Samson made headlines after being arrested in LA in connection with the alleged theft of a BMW belonging to Lakers forward Adu Thiero. He was later released. Puka and his brother's passion for football traces back to their father and his training.
Is he the reason that you love football?
100%.
However, when Puka was 11 years old, tragedy struck. His father, Lionel, died from diabetes complications. And if you watch closely, you'll notice something before almost every game. Puka often breaks down in tears. Because every Sunday, he's honoring and living out the dream his father wanted for him. And off the field, Puka's fully embraced the LA spotlight. He's become a frequent courtside presence at Lakers games, regularly spotted sitting just feet from the action.
Let's go Ravens! Come on, bro!
The Lakers even invited him into the locker room where he got to meet and swap jerseys with LeBron James and Luka Doncic.
Yo, what up? It's Puka at the Laker game, rocking the city editions for the first time, man.
He even suited up at the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Also, in his free time, you'll catch him checking out the LA food scene. He considers himself a big foodie and tries to hit all the trending spots throughout the city. But in 2025, he did something far more meaningful. Puka took his mother to Samoa, allowing her to experience their homeland for the first time. They visited family, supported local schools, and connected with their Polynesian heritage. And now for some moments that caused some waves in his career.
I also believe that concussions are all in your head. You just can't think about it.
His first controversy started right after a Rams win, when Puka went live on Instagram from inside the locker room. Teammates could be heard telling him to stop because guys were changing, but the stream kept rolling anyway, and the clip spread everywhere.
Hey bro, don't live stream.
Okay, no live stream, bro.
Don't live stream in the locker room.
What? I'm not.
What do you mean you're not? I'm looking at it.
Nobody's in here yet, cuzzo.
It doesn't matter. I got
Ain't nobody but Cheek on the camera, man. Chill out, man.
Then came a completely different live stream, this time with Aiden Ross and Neon. During that stream, Puka did a hand-rubbing gesture that immediately got labeled online as an anti-Semitic stereotype, and the backlash hit fast. Puka apologized, saying he didn't understand what it meant when it was suggested to him. California Representative Eric Swalwell even suggested Puka should be dropped from the team. Ross later claimed the idea was on him and publicly said he'd cover any fines connected to it.
I'm paying his fine. Yo, bro, I will pay his fine proudly and gladly.
And literally the next day, Puka was back in the headlines again. During the same Aiden Ross live stream, he blasted NFL officiating, saying refs made calls just to get camera time.
The refs are the worst because there's just some of the rules aren't that, like, they want to be on TV too. You don't think he's texting his friends in the group chat like, yo, you guys just saw me Sunday Night Football? That wasn't PI, like, but I called it. I was like,
Seriously, they do that?
I mean,
Then, after the Seahawks game, he posted a sarcastic message about the officials and deleted it, but it was already viral. After Nacua deleted the post, he told reporters he made the latter comments in a moment of frustration.
just a moment of frustration after a tough, intense game like that.
The NFL fined him $25,000. And this wasn't even his first heat-of-the-moment problem. Back in November 2024 against Seattle, Puka threw a punch at linebacker Tyrell Dodson and got ejected on the spot. The NFL also got him for $5,424. Now at this point, you gotta be getting excited about his career earnings. Puka is still in his rookie contract worth $4,084,980. Off the field, his breakout quickly turned him into a marketable star. He signed endorsement deals with Jordan Brand and Gatorade, putting him in elite company among NFL skill players. And while his rookie contract is modest compared to league superstars, his production has already positioned him for a massive second contract that could be worth 9 figures. When you add it all together, Puka's confirmed net worth sits at $1.5 million, with his biggest payday still ahead. Thanks for watching.